We're going to get started in a couple of minutes, but I'd like to ask everybody if you can move up to the front a bit. There's lots of empty spaces, and if we can maybe just get closer to this, if you don't mind.
Wow, Fred's here. Oh.
And we're basically just saying this so that we could accommodate the speakers so they don't have to go sort of like far left, far right. And we're actually also going to take some photos so that, you know, it looks a little cozier. Merci bien.
All right, so this is the last DevTO and Girl Geeks Toronto of the year. Thank you all for coming out. Anna here, Amy, sorry, not Anna. Amy here from Girl Geeks as well. And so welcome all to DevTO and Girl Geeks. Our sponsors tonight, Talent Minded and Densify, are also here, and we're going to get a quick intro from them. Just a quick heads up, so the code of conduct is in effect today. So if you want to read the full code of conduct, this is where you can reach it. Basically, what we're saying here is just that we'll be nice to everybody and engagement. So thank you to Talent Minded and Densify as well as Wrangle. So we'll get Anna. Amy, sorry.
Okay. So one of our sponsors tonight is Talented Minded. And Talented Minded is the first subscription-based, full-service talent acquisition solutions provider in Canada. They recruit all over the world. All over the world, providing flexible, scalable, monthly managed services and programs to help you hire the right people and build diverse, talented pipelines for the future. So I'm going to introduce Kim Benedict, who is going to tell us a little bit more about Talented Minded.
Thank you. We're really happy to be here for two reasons. And the first reason is the topic really resonated with me. So I'm the CEO and co-founder of Talent Minded. We've been in business for 4 years. And like Amy mentioned, we have a very different type of recruiting model. And we only work with companies that want to build great cultures and great companies. And we do that all over the world. But the topic really resonated with me because I was actually reminded about when I had my first child, or my only child, and he's 14 now, and I kind of had to jog my memory, but I remember when I came back from maternity leave, and I worked in a company in recruitment at the time, very traditional type of staffing model, but it was mostly women, right? It was run by mostly women. 80% of our workforce was mostly female. And I came back my very first day, and my office had changed, right? There was actually no chair for me to sit on. I had no setup, no pen, no paper. There was not a meeting for me to debrief me on everything that had changed over the last year. And I took every ounce of that mat leave because I was in labor for 33 hours. And so I remember thinking, like, is it like this for everybody, or are we just really bad at this? And subsequently, I actually left 4 months later. There was no career growth for me at all, and every client that I had nurtured and developed over the 10 years that I was with that organization was pretty much gone. So I had to start all over. It's a really hard thing to do in a very traditional, like, staffing model. So the topic really resonated with me. And so secondly, we recruit for tech companies and CEOs and founders everywhere, all over the world, say they want to build diverse and inclusive. They want to hire more women in tech, women in sales, and yet they do everything the same as they've been doing it for 10 years or 2 years, or the same as every other company. And so by design, they don't do anything different. They don't change their policies, their programs, their crappy job ads, right? So we try to help companies with that. Nobody's perfect, and you can't have it all, but it's certainly something that we strive for. So in reading this playbook, there were so many ideas and so many things that we want to help companies implement. So earlier this year, we worked with a startup here in Toronto, and the founder came to me and said, we want to build a returnship program. Has anybody ever heard of a returnship? Kind of like an internship, but it's actually where you invite people to apply to positions where maybe they've taken a professional pause, whether it's for an ill family member or maternity leave or to stay at home with your children. And we're inviting women to apply to come and take contract work at this organization. And it was so interesting that Globe and Mail actually wrote an article about it. And then we realized that we built Talent Minded on returnships. We have tons of women who have kids and want to stay at home and be flexible but do meaningful work. So it was really awesome, and we were trying to inspire other companies and other tech companies in the community, in the ecosystem, to do the same. So it's a passion of ours. We're really happy to be here, happy to be a sponsor. Thanks for giving me like 1 minute extra. But thank you very much, and is this back to you? Is this back to you? Okay, thank you.
Thank you. Next up, we got Jamie from Densify. Have your name right?
Yes. I'll try not to wave the microphone around. Thank you, Jamie Davey from Densify. Just wanted to say, again, reiterate everything that Kim said. This is our first sponsorship with DevTO, first of many. I look forward to it. Densify does, not getting into the technical details of what we do, it's really optimization as code, and we've really taken our whole enterprise approach and brought it down to a grassroots level, doing infrastructure as code to the DevOps teams within organizations of all shapes and sizes. So the business side of it's great. When I looked at the agenda for tonight, because what really is happening is our development team is sponsoring this event. Most of them are at AWS reInvent this year. But when I looked at the event title, I noticed our organization is very diverse, both from a gender perspective and from race and culture. And I never pay attention to it because I'm in Toronto, and that's just the norm here. But it's amazing seeing a lot of these events go on, because in a lot of cases I work with, I don't want to stereotype some American organizations, but I don't see that. And when I see that, companies and cultures like this, and countries like Canada and Toronto lead the way, it makes me proud to be here and be a part of all this. So I'm looking forward to tonight's, the rest of the agenda. And if anyone's interested in anything that we do, I'm available, not tonight, another day. This is for a different event. This is for some better stuff. So thank you very much.
Last but not least, we got Beth from Wrangle, who's going to tell us about this piece.
Hi everyone, thank you so much for coming and joining us. Just a little bit about Wrangle. Wrangle is a digital transformation company. We build mobile and web apps, and we can plan, build, and design mobile web apps for innovative and worldwide companies like Aldo or Uniqlo and things like that. And that's basically it. But again, thank you so much for coming, and let's get into it.
Okay, so quick announcement. So we've got this discount for Spotlight React happening December 1st. With code DevTO, you'll save 30% on tickets. So that's the Spotlight React happening on December 1st. And last but not least, if you're interested in keeping in touch with this community, there's a TechMasters Slack channel, and that's techmasters.chat, and you can stay in touch with everyone here who's on there, and as well as everybody else in the community. And now we'll just get Hannah and Ahmed to present the parenting playbook. Thank you.
Thank you.